Good morning and happy Cinco de Mayo. Today for math, we are going to be doing lesson 7-4. Now I'm going to keep this video pretty short, but if you do not watch the whole thing, you're going to be really confused about one thing that you have to do today. So today is 7-4, multiplying fractions by whole numbers. I have this here from our lesson yesterday. I'm just going to leave it here just to have as a reference. Now, this is going to be like our mental math. So pretend you had your whiteboards in front of you and we do this quick. All right, in your mind, what I want you to do, 6 times 2/10. Please say the answer out loud. You would get 12 tenths. 6 times 2 is 12 tenths. If we convert that, that's 1 whole, 10 tenths, plus another 2 tenths. 10 tenths plus 2 tenths is 12 tenths. Please do 4 times 1/6. What would you get? 4/6. 4 times 1 is 6, or 1/6, 2/6, 3/6, 4/6, 4 times. Last one, 10 times 3/5. Please answer that. You would get 30/5, which is also 6 wholes because 6 times 5 is 30. Okay, now to the lesson. Okay, so in this problem today, there's going to be a new question at the bottom that you haven't really done that much. So let's take a look. We are going to do 3 things today. You're going to be writing a multiplication equation to solve, answering it, and doing this question for 2 problems today. So let's take a look. 1 lap around the indoor track at Mill Run Elementary School is 1/8 of a mile. What is the total distance walked if Kyle walked 3 laps? So if 1 lap is 1/8 of a mile and he walked 3 laps, how far did Kyle walk? So I know that I would do, he did 3 laps and each lap is 1/8. So he went 3 times 1, 3/8 of a mile. So the answer is 3/8 of a mile. Now, is 3/8 of a mile a whole mile? We know a whole mile is 8/8. So he walked less than a mile. So this is what this question says. Between what 2 whole numbers does our answer come on a number line? So we're trying to think like this. We know 3/8 is less than 1 mile. So 8/8 is a whole mile. Do you see that? Now, this 8/8 is also 1. So what number comes right before 1? 0. And it's like saying this: 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, 6/8, 7/8, and 8/8. And 1/8, 2/8, 3/8 is here. So between what 2 whole numbers does 3/8 fall in between? It falls in between 0 and 1. Do you understand that? Let's try another one just to go over this question. Okay, so I made a new problem using the same idea. So let's look at this. 1 lap around the indoor track at Mill Run Elementary School is now going to be 4/6 of a mile. So 1 lap is 4/6 of a mile. It's just under a mile because a whole would be 6/6. What is the total distance walked if Kyle did 2 laps? So if Kyle did 2 laps, he did 4/6 and another 4/6. So how many laps did he do? 2. So our multiplication equation would have been 2 times 4/6. Now, that's like saying 4/6 plus 4/6, or 2 times 4 is 8/6. Now, 8/6, this is more than a whole. So, yes, we can write 8/6, but 8/6 is also 1 whole because that's 6/6, plus another 2/6 to get 8/6. So 1 and 2/6. So our answer is 8/6 of a mile, or I'm even going to write it like here, 1 and 2/6. Now, let's think. Between what 2 whole numbers, and whole numbers means it either has to be 0, 1, 2, 3, not halves, is 1 and 2/6 in between? Well, let's think about this on a number line. Okay, 1 and 2/6 is 1 whole plus another 2/6. If 1 whole goes here, what whole number comes after 1? Say it in your mind. 2. This is like saying this is 1 and 1/6. This is 1 and 2/6. This is 1 and 3/6. This is 1n 4/6, and this is 1n 5/6. This is 1n 6/6, also known as 2. So what two whole numbers does 1 and 2/6 come in between? 1 and 2. And that's really the only new thing for your lesson today. You are going to be working on multiplying fractions by whole numbers, but this is the one thing that you're going to talk about. Between what two numbers on a number line does your answer, the answer you get here, lie in between? And you have to think, what whole number comes before this? Well, 1 would come before this, and what whole number would come after it? 2. So if you're having a little trouble, come back to this video. You're going to be doing a couple problems, some where you're just multiplying like we did our mental math, and some with word problems. Make sure you show all your equations. Any problems at all, give me a shout and I can help you out. All right, happy solving.